Terrell say he did the first like. So let's give him that and say we're going to go there and everything else. All right, so here's the deal. Tonight's conversation is for, again, the truth seekers. I've been doing this for 20-something years of thinking, dealing with skepticism and different people ever since I started going down a rabbit hole of UFOs, but not on a professional level. It wasn't until, after I've been on television, and if you didn't know, Clubhouse, the audio app, I did a show there. In fact, one their creators first, where they got behind me to create content for the app. And so I did a UFO show there called Extraterrestrial Evidence. And from there, got discovered within Fox Tubi, Discovery Plus channel, been hosted a TV show there. And then from Gaia, a couple of shows there with George Norrie, Regina Meredith, of course, in the Black Knight Satellite with Forbidden Knowledge, and Bigfoot 1 and 2. There's other shows. I've been all over the place, then featured on Ancient Aliens, the History Channel. So my pedigree, and now with a soon-to-be bestseller book to be released, and that will be under the publishing company of Forbidden Knowledge. We got a place to go here. But one thing that stands evidence is that you run across skeptics, and skeptics could be people who just think us is crazy for even believing in UFOs and aliens or whatever that conversation may be. And a lot of you have this in your family. Maybe it's somebody, one of your loved ones. It could be anybody in particular that you've had or in relationships with. And oftentimes, we don't really have the wherewithal to kind of deal with them other than what you believe. And from my experience in mind control programming and the Illuminati and all of this stuff, I have gathered a conversation that we're going to have tonight to those skeptics. So as I talk to this show, you're hearing me to the truth seeker, but I'm speaking to the skeptics. But what I want you to do is to gather this verbiage, place it within you so that when you come across any of these people, no matter who it is, you are no longer going to be thought of as crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. How could you, whatever, because I can handle it, but now you're getting ready to handle it. And because where we're going this year and all these things, there's going to be a faction of people that's going to come. So we're going to start the mess tonight. We're going to start the tonality of who we are, what we're doing, and all of these things. And we're going to get right into it. So I'm going to start with our luminous, and then we're going to jump into this conversation. Let's roll it.
Welcome, Truth Seeker. You are no longer asleep. I am Luminous, the Owl of Truth. The world is blind, but you have opened your eyes. Welcome to the fire of esoteric knowledge and truth. You are now one of the awakened. You are now luminous. Welcome to the rebellion. Welcome to truth versus authority.
So let me make this perfectly clear for all the skeptics. And remember, that's who I'm talking to tonight. But I'm also giving you, truth seekers, the ammunition to handle what we're dealing with out here. To the skeptics, we don't report. We do not predict. We expose contradictions and destroy all the illusions. We don't chase the truth. We are the truth. That is our creed. This is how we roll here. This is how we're going to do this. And I'm excited to say that. So let's get this show on the road tonight. We're here for hours, as y'all know. And so we're going to hit it. So the brutal truth is that they can't escape what I'm talking about here. And we're talking about skeptics. You call yourself a skeptic. You laugh at the ideal of UFOs, aliens, the supernatural. You even mock those who question reality. But tell me something. What exactly do you believe in? What is your grand logical science-based explanation to the world? Or do you even have one? Or is your entire personality just rejecting things that others believe in? See, these are things that I've crossed through relationships, people, interviews, and everything else. And so we're going at this tonight. Now, we're going to give them the immediate discomfort because wait, they're going to be like, what do I believe in by the time I finish this? Oh, they're going to be defensive. Oh, I never thought about that. And then they're going to have cognitive dissonances, which is what they have. No, I have explanations, right? No, you don't. Because see, the skeptic worldview is a broken system. And again, if I'm talking to you, you make sure you post in a comment because come at it. We want to do it because I'm going to break it down because the world, according to the skeptic, is a meaningless accident. Why? Because the universe just happened to them. No intelligence, no reason, no design. That's just how it happened. Life itself, just a random chemistry, no intervention, no direction, no anomalies. Oh, you want to talk to them about consciousness? Oh, that's just neurons. What about miracles? Oh, yeah, that's just luck. Oh, the supernaturals. Oh, man, you just having hallucinations. Oh, the big one, UFOs. Oh, they're just misidentified objects. See, that's their theory. That's your big theory. Everything is just a meaningless mistake. So my question is, why does anything make sense at all? Because they can't handle what's happening. And we're going to, again, break this down. This is to them. Now, if the skeptic worldview is true, okay, life is just a random accident. But if it's false, everything they trust is a freaking lie. And if they ignore what we're talking about tonight, they're going to be remain what I call soulless NPC, following a dead-end belief system. Now, NPC, I just learned this today. And I was like, you know what, Roderick, we're going to say what it is. NPC is a non-playable character in a term from a video game that refers to a background character that only follow pre-programmed scripts and don't think for themselves. Yeah, that's what we're going to call them. So I want y'all to kind of know that's what we're talking about. But let's test our logic and we're going to watch it collapse. So again, this is your ammunition, truth seekers. See, skeptics, you say that nothing is controlled, nothing is planned, it's all randomness. But I want you to explain this to me. Why does DNA function exactly like a computer program written in precise code with a built-in repair mechanism? Okay, why does mathematics, an abstract system that shouldn't exist, perfectly describes the universe down to a quantum level? Oh, yeah, we can get them with that. Why do so many coincidences align perfectly in nature, physics, biology to make life even possible? See, they can't answer those questions. But I know what they're going to say, though. Well, that's just how it works out. That's not an answer, people. That's a religion of ignorance when it comes down to this, because this is 2025 now. Everybody should be over here with us, the truth seekers. They have to be. But I'm going to explain some stuff because, see, they're going to think, oh, if it's just random, there's nothing there. Their worldview is just free fall. But see, if the pattern exists, the rejection of design is blind faith. That's what they're dealing with. And if they choose to ignore their own choosing stupidity over reason, but they won't say that about us. Oh, we crazy. You're not crazy. And here's where it gets even worse for them, the skeptics. This is who we're talking to. I'm going to keep reiterating in case somebody hop in the middle and think I'm talking to you. See, their own brain is programmed to reject the truth. See, skeptics believe that they're critical thinkers. I've dealt with this. I've done with this hundreds of people. But in reality, they're the most controlled minds of all. Yeah, I said it. And let me introduce the skeptics to the monarch mind prison. See, this is what they're dealing with. They don't even know it. And see, have they ever wondered why skeptics, or why they just shut down the second something friend just mentioned to them? Have you ever wondered that? You ever wonder why they mock and insult instead of debating? Because they don't do no debating. And why they feel physically uncomfortable when faced with ideas outside of their programming? That's because they got triggered responses that's built in. See, the moment they hear a UFO or demonic possession, their brain activates a self or a defense mechanism. Then they deal with cognitive dissonance. Their belief system is fragile. It can't handle contradictions so much, reject them instantly. So that's what they do. Oh, I don't want to hear it. You deal with people like that. I want to hear that. What about authority programming? See, they don't question everything. They only question what they were told to question. See, a skeptic isn't a critical thinker. A skeptic is an NPC. I just told you what that means, who thinks he's the main character. When they don't know, they use background programming. They don't investigate themselves. They guard the prison walls. Therefore, the skeptic mind is a system of fear. It ain't knowledge or logic or anything. They will never say this out loud, but deep down, they know, man. They know because they're afraid. They're terrified of being wrong. And that's why they don't investigate what we talk about. That's why they mock. That's why they refuse to engage in real debate when it comes down to this. Because one thing they reject turns out to be true. Like if UFOs, the supernatural, or the ancient knowledge is real, then everything they built their fragile little reality on just collapses, just falls apart. And they're emotionally attached to the skepticism. You got to know that now, because they'll fight for that shit. And it's not just logic, it's identity. It's identity that won't go down with a fight. I don't know how many of y'all have had fights with people in your family like that. Plenty of you. Plenty of them, right? But again, I just want you to know how we're looking at this. But here's the ultimate checkmate. This, I want you to let them know. Ask them these questions. If UFOs aren't real, why did the Pentagon confirm their existence? See, let them answer that one. If mind control isn't real, why do the declassified CIA documents say otherwise? Or if the government don't lie, why have they been caught over and over and over? See, ask them this shit and see how they answer that. That's how I'll handle them. I always just go with common sense shit. I don't go all this technical, prove it, show me an alien. See, if their knowledge, any of these true, their identity is in crisis. If they ignore them, then they're intellectually dead. We know that. If they fight back, they're just fighting against reality itself, but they do it. I know some of y'all have had arguments with somebody that's a skeptic and you trying to tell them about your dreams or about what you're dealing with or what you're going through, what you've seen, your visions and all this. And then they take you down a road where you walk away feeling bad. You walk away feeling, no, they can't get it. They're not there. So we need to turn the tables. I'm ready tonight to give you the ammunition so that you know you are the chosen, you are special, you do have intuition, you are gifted, all of these things. They don't want to tell you that. They just want to call it nuts and bolts crazy. But the skeptic identity is built on nothing. I know they pissed off if they listening to me. See, they believe in nothing but rejection. They have no grand explanation of their own. They just deny every damn thing. They claim to be logical, but reject patterns and evidence and reasons. We got all kind of evidence out here. You know what I'm saying? The randomness universe theory is laughable to them. DNA is coded system, but somehow not designed. Right. The laws of physics just happen, man, to work out perfectly. It just, this just shit happen. Or their argument is always just because, not just science. Oh, that's just superstition. And then you want to think about their own programming proves that they are controlled. See, they mock instead of debating because deep down they are afraid. They understand this. And I'm not saying argue with them. They just think rejecting ideas makes sense. It makes them smart, but it just makes them obedient. We've been talking about programs. See, their brain has been pre-programmed to ignore information before they even hear it. Imagine that one. How many of you dealt with that? See, the final brutal thought is this, that their skepticism is, again, a religion of cowardice, right? Their worldview is more fragile than any conspiracy theory that they mock. They just don't seek truth. They seek the comfort. And that is the major program. See, the only reason they're skeptics is because they are terrified of being wrong. And I guarantee you got some people in your family, they don't want to be wrong. They don't want to be wrong. Yeah, let the skeptics come. They can confront me all day tonight. This is for them. This is for the truth seekers. So do you go back and talk to these folks? If they want to say some crazy stuff to you, don't go all up here because they can get you with that. Oh, you want to, no, come down with the common sense stuff that we're talking about tonight and watch them fall when it comes down to this, and I say this to the skeptics again. You thought you were the logical one. Maybe you thought you were the rational one, the thinker. But now I have one of the questions left for you in this first little segment here. If you truly a skeptic, if you really question everything, then tell me this. Why have you never questioned your own skepticism? See, because if you question that, then it's going to take you down the road where we are. You get what I'm saying? They can't, it's undeniable. The logic is undeniable. If the skeptic question their own skepticism, that shit it's going to light up. It's going to light up. And if y'all with me tonight, let me know. Truth seekers, let me know if y'all with me tonight, because again, we want to share this video. We want to put this out there. And now, just for one of our announcement sakes here, I want to first thank Chris Aguilar, the most recent, contribution and donation to my 55th birthday wish. We're now about 49%. That is a freaking wonderful feeling, that just watching it go 50 and 60 and 70, and I know what's going to happen. And of course, we have Loving Human, if that is you out here, that gave a donation a couple of days ago to it. And Michael and, the Radcliffe Foundation. A foundation said, here, man, we're going to go at it. And it's just a loving thing. So let me put the little thing up once again here to all of you. Out of the thousands that we have and everywhere else, again, on March 10th is that day. And there's a link in the description if you want to, say, hello, Roderick, this is what we're going to do. So I thank you. And I thank every last one of you for that. Again, it doesn't take a lot of people to do that. And this is 19 supporters and already 50%, and that's just a magical thing to know that this can be done and is going to get done. All right, so let's dive deeper into this thing. We're going to do a more deep dive, and we're going to expose their control reality, these skeptics. And now start out again by what if you never had a single original thought? I'm talking to these skeptics. What if you think that you built your worldview on logic, facts, and reason? But what if every single thought in your head was put there by someone else? See, they don't want to go down that road. See, what if the truth you believe in, your skepticism, your belief, your entire perception of reality wasn't something you arrived at? See, a skeptic don't want to take that hard truth. What if you were programmed into you? What if all of that was just placed into you? See, they can call us crazy, but they don't want to know that they're programmed. But wait, I know. They're going to tell you, I choose my beliefs, right? Yeah, that's a little panic. Oh, they may get a little confused. Oh, this is ridiculous, Roderick, or what is it? And then they'll get a little defensive on you. Oh, no one controls my fucking thoughts. See, they won't even come to the point to know that programming exists. But see, listen, your entire reality has been engineered. You never choose to be a skeptic. You were taught to be a skeptic. We were all born with curiosity as kids, every last one of them. It's not a person on here when a kid that wouldn't confront their parents when they were young. Why? We all had that in us, the curiosity. It came in as a galactic form of our DNA. It wasn't until our parents beat it out of us. Our parents beat it out. Hey, you don't ask me why, just do what you told. See, the programming was done when we were kids. I remember my mom, don't question nothing. Do what you told. And I'd be like, Mama, why you want me to do that? No, just do what I tell you to do. And that goes into school. It goes into the education system. And the skeptic kept their programming. We broke free. That's why they don't like it. Y'all get me, right? Y'all with me? Everybody with me? Because I ain't looking over there yet. But if y'all with me, then I just want to make sure. So the system didn't just shape your education, it shaped how you process information. So we're going to test it right now. I'm going to give a little test. Why? I'm talking to the skeptics. Why do you automatically believe mainstream news but instantly reject independent research? See, they'll do that shit. Why do you trust experts even when they've been caught lying over and over? They do that. They do it all the time. Why do you call ancient knowledge superstition, but blindly accept modern science as flawless? They do this. This is their common sense approach. You get what I'm saying? This is what it is. Now, did you decide this, or were you trained to think this way? See, they don't understand that they were programmed to believe. And so I said to you, skeptic, you were programmed to believe. You were programmed to believe that the past was full of dumb, superstitious people. You were programmed to believe that the president is full of rational, enlightened thinkers. You were programmed that you believe that the future will bring more progress, more knowledge, more truth. Oh, really? But what if that's a lie? What if ancient civilization knew things that we still don't? What if modern science is still hiding more than it reveals? What if history itself has been rewritten? They will malfunction? They will malfunction because if their thoughts are their own, they should be able to defend them. They should be able to defend just the common sense reality. Now we ain't got to come back again. The only thing they stand on is show me an alien. Because they know that, okay, fine, right? Hell, the government is still trying to catch them. But nothing doesn't matter. You can't tell me an alien. I'm from Missouri, the seat, show me state. What the hell? Right? I'm telling you, I've done with this with hundreds of people. So I'm giving y'all a heavy dose of experience here. Real life experience. But I don't want you to go through that anymore. I know some of y'all deal with this in the house. I know you deal this with family members. I know you deal it with coworkers. I know you deal with this with people that you love and you trust, and all you want them to do is to hear you. And someone won't even listen. And I'm telling you why they won't, so that you don't get mad at them. Because you are great. You are even greater. I'm telling you this. See, this is something we've been keeping under wraps for a long time. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about our magical stuff. But I'm going to say it for you. So you send them this freaking video and let them get mad at me, let them come at me, and all that shit. Whatever. I'm just going to keep it common sense. I don't care. They can go pull out what kind of book, whatever. Tell me about a fucking dinosaur if you don't want to. Where the hell that came from? They don't want to hear that. Pyramids is right over there. They can go over there and touch it and see that big old thing that we don't even have equipment to build. Start that skepticism. Tell me where that shit came from. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. Let me continue. See, if they can't, then they're just repeating their programming. So I want y'all to, we're going to understand them now. We're gonna look at them and like, I love you. Just life is different. I get it. See, if they ignore this, they're choosing to remain a prisoner. This is why they don't want to come over to what we do. But we're going to get them now. We're going to force them to come because they want to come talk sugar, honey, iced tea. And we're going to be here. You're going to be here, but you're going to know what to say to them too. When you see that shit coming up in these chats, coming up over our next shows, you go in there after that and you make comments like Marla did the other night, which was cool. You know, the person was cool. I had to go and apologize. But what I'm saying is still protect the system, our belief, us, our community. Because when they attack one, they attack everything. So if they attack you, call me. Hell, I'll just make it so basic. But it's time to test their programming with reality-shattering information. So I will say to them, if your program tells you to reject everything that I'm saying, I'm sure that's what they're going to say. So I will say, let's see how deep the programming run, because I'm going to ask a few questions right now. I want them to explain why ancient civilizations knew the exact dimensions of fucking Earth thousands of years before modern science. Explain that to me. You got indigenous tribe that don't have a damn telescope or a needle or electronics and electricity, but they knew where Sirius B and all these places was before modern science could even figure it out. But they won't take you down that rabbit hole because it ain't a hole to go down. Y'all with me? They won't do it. They won't. I want them to explain why every ancient culture describes beings from the sky with advanced knowledge. Every culture has it. They all explain something, where it came out the water, where it came out the sky, whether it had a fish head or snake, whatever, a reptilian. Every ancient culture. They don't go past the Bible. It's sitting there. There's scriptures in the Bible they won't even entertain. So I want you skeptics, explain me why the pyramids and these megalith structures align with constellations with pinpoint accuracy. These things are right in the star. We ain't done that. But yet, no, man, that don't make sense. Truth seekers, we got them. In 2025, we're not laying down anymore for the BS. You're going to stand tall. You're going to walk with your head up as you have been doing, but it's going to be higher now. You get what I'm saying? And you're going to represent, because that's what you're going to do. And I know they're going to be like, oh, that's just coincidence, Roderick. Okay. I'm just starting out tonight, y'all. I'm a little ticked off tonight for us. because I ran into my last skeptic the other day and I broke him down so fucking bad. And it was a family member. And I ain't sorry. I'm not sorry. Because all these years they could go what they say at the barbecue. Why are you doing that UFO stuff? I'm on fucking TV, dude. I got books. You know what I'm saying? What the hell are you talking about? This is a career. Oh man, that old crazy stuff. And you're on YouTube. Why would you even be seen out there? Well. So what? So if you got some in you who I'm talking to, the truth seeker now, and you ready to come forward and start talking and you got something to say, reach out to me because I'm going to give you your first platform. You want your first fucking message that you want to have? Come here. And one of these nights we'll just say, hey, here's everybody. Here's such and such. And here's their first message to the world. And I want this to be your launching point. I will integrate it in the show. That is a fucking promise. Because we need more and more people. Because what's going on today? We outnumber right now, y'all. We outnumber. Skepticism, the skeptics, and the people behind the curtains and shit. They're kicking some ass, but they're not. They can't win. But we're taking some blows. We're taking a few. we taking a few. We get back up. It hurt, but we get back up. Them jokers ain't playing. They ain't playing. But you know what? We got them though. This is our year. We're going to do this. So if y'all with me, let me know. Just put in the chat. I don't want to be sitting here talking about myself. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be just saying it. Just let me know. Let me look over in just a second because it's a delay. Just give me some hearts, some stars or something if I'm creating the right message. But anyway, here's back to the skeptic. This is what I will tell them. Explain why declassified CIA documents prove again mind control projects like MK Ultra was real. They didn't say, oh, this is a hogwash. They went to congressional hearing and said, I'm sorry, we have been mind controlling people. We have been putting drugs out on the street. They said it. It's in the history books. In the court, the Supreme, whoever, they was listening to it. So I want them to explain why every major media outlet, we get this, we talk about it here, gets its talking points from the same few corporations. That's why you can turn on all the major news. They're all talking about the same thing at some point because they're organized. Why explain every major world events follow the same predictable patterns of control all the time? And if you're a skeptic and you watching, this is for you. Just hang on there because I'm coming to you. But I want you to know when we're done, you can come. We'll give you a hug. We'll welcome you. Because we don't do that here. We're not going to ridicule you. Now, we're going to come after you as long as you're on the other fence. We can talk about it right now. But you come over to the side. We have love over here. People love you and don't even know you over here. You get what I'm saying? They can't understand that. How do you have blind energy love for people? Well, anyway, they don't understand it. So let me look back over here. I got a couple of hearts. Okay, at least one. Oh, no, I got a few more. Okay, let me scroll back real quick. I feel good. All right, so just is a conspiracy theory, Roderick. That's all it is. That's not reality. What are you talking about? And I'm doing that voice because that's how that voice was talking to me. This just and laying next to the bed, right? Y'all had that before? Because I did. Did you? I'm talking right before you go to sleep. That's not reality. You know? And then they try to seduce you, you know, because you in a vulnerable state, like, okay, I'll believe whatever fuck you say. Let's just do this, right? But now you stand firm. You said, no, I don't even want it tonight. You go home tonight. No, don't start that shit. Then we be talking divorces. Shit. I'm not saying get a divorce. I'm just saying just work that shit out. I'm just giving you some conversation. Okay, work it out. You gotta work. You can't leave because of this. They'll leave you if you stay too crazy, but you can't. You work that shit out. Okay, don't go say Roderick said I ain't doing this tonight. I ain't giving you no. Don't. You have a duty. Both parties take care of your fucking business. Okay, it is your business. You may not like them, but you love them to death. So that's my advice to you. Now let's get back on point. Let's get back on point here. I'm saying that I know I'm bad. Oh, that was so bad. All right. So again, I love y'all. I know it was bad. All right. So anyway, my whole outline just been going right there. Let me get it back. Okay. So the fact that your brain, I'm talking to the skeptics, this information is, they fight the information instead of processing it. Proves that you were programmed to reject the truth before you even heard it. Right? Again, how many of y'all get ready to tell somebody about your deepest stuff, and before you can get it out, they say, I don't want to hear that shit. Right? It happened to me thousands of times when I was married to the she-wolf. Thousands, hundreds. Hell, she could be listening now. This is whatever. It's been years, but all right, welcome. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to hear that. Why not? It's me talking. Why do you don't want to listen to me? But I got to hear your shit, but you don't want to hear mine because you can't understand it. And then you feel bad, the truth seeker, because they don't understand you. And then they try to make you look bad because they can't understand you. Right? But let me tell you something. If they acknowledge this, they must admit that they've been controlled. Right? If they fight it, then they're just trying to prove their own blindness. That's what they do. And they're going to ignore it because they're too weak to confront the reality. I just want you to know this within yourself. It's not for you to go home and fight it because now you got ammunition of just common sense. I want you to be able to take that fucking blow and just laugh and giggle and walk off. Like, psh. In fact, the scriptures that some of them believe in, use it. You remember when Jesus said, forgive me, Father? They don't know. Forgive them, Father. They have no clue. You can walk away and say, forgive him, Father. That damn, or her, or him, they have no damn clue. They're just so clueless. Forgive them. And then you do too. All right, let's keep going. So therefore, your skepticism was never yours. You skeptic. It was all installed. And still think that they are a free thinker. That's be your question. Why do they still think that they are free thinkers? And then again, I want them to explain this. See, I got shit. I've been doing this for a long time, y'all. So my protection of all this is well forged into the fire. But I'm giving you this. See, you want to ask them, why do every moment when they hear the word conspiracy, or I'll talk to the skeptic, why do you, every time you hear the word conspiracy, you instantly tune out like some hypnotic trigger was flipped in your brain? Because it fucking was the programming. You mock the people who question the system, but never mock the damn system. You ain't never had no skeptic do that. Right? They never done it. They never done it. But they also, you demand, extreme proof from the truth seekers. See, remember I told you that. But they accept the flimsiest evidence from the mainstream without question. They do it. That's not skepticism. That's obedience. That's obedience. That's exactly what that is. See, you're not questioning everything. You're questioning exactly what you were trained to question. Because as long as they can keep everybody, the whole thing, they can do it. But all right, as we come to an end of this particular segment, here is the checkmate I want y'all to know. Okay, this is one of my checkmates for them. If you were programmed to think this way, would you even know? See, they can't answer that question. See, we can admit that we've all probably been programmed in the past, but we're breaking free of it. We can admit it because we see it. But you asked them, if you were programmed to think this way, would you even know? Wait for the answer. You just get real silent, let the crickets be. And then you turn around and say, your entire worldview might be nothing more than a carefully crafted script written by people you never even met. Yeah. And then you scare the hell out of them by saying, and once you see it, skeptic, you can't never unsee it. This is why you hear me say your eyes are useless when your mind is blind. I don't care what you staring, looking at right there, face front. That's what they see. The only way I can see it, I can believe it. But if their mind not open to what's happening, they're just going to believe what they see. And we do know that, yeah, there's some truth in what you see. But they also have learned to program what we see. And they do that right on television. See, they use the television to program what they want us to see. And how many skeptics you know to sit there and watch mainstream media? Most of them. Yeah, they do. So it's done right there. So if they don't think they're programmed, then what? Are you kidding me? Yeah. And Ryan said the question was tough. Which question? Ryan, put it in chat so I can see it. But listen to me. We're gonna let's raise a little stakes here, because see, if they admit this, then their entire worldview will collapse. But if they reject it, it's just their choosing blind faith in the system, and they try to debunk it. Once again, they're going to use programming arguments to defend their own programming. Just listen to how they tell you. Listen to how they defend themselves. This is how you'll know. Okay, so as we get ready to come to close to this segment, let me give you some basis and some foundation to what I call the skeptic mindset, so to speak, which is a corporate product. Okay, and they can mock me or challenge this if they want to. See, they aren't free thinkers; they are programmed to be system defenders. See, they mock the ancient knowledge, but worship government funding and narratives and all this stuff. Their skepticism only applies in one direction, like this. You know what I'm saying? But see, the modern world is built on censorship, not discovery. So they're perfect. So if science was about truth, why do they censor alternate theories? If history was honest, why do they rewrite it constantly? Constantly. And if the media, like they would tell you, is independent, why do everything the outlets say the same thing? I repeat that because they do. I can do what they do, repeat it. But see, they was trained to dismiss truth without investigation. So that's the problem. See, they're going to reject the fringe ideas without ever looking into them. That's why they won't look at what you have. That's why they won't listen to what you say. That's why they will not do it. And I'm talking to the skeptics here. Yeah. He says, I'm paraphrasing the questions you pose. How do you know, and what do you think you know? Yeah. So was there a statement, or are you asking me something? We're talking to Ryan here. All right, so just let me know. All right, so let me continue here. They mock the truth seekers, but can't answer basic questions about their own beliefs. And if I'm talking to a skeptic that's here tonight, I'm saying to you, it is time. Because if you tip in the scale and you get just a little bit, push it over and watch how it all begins to just come into alignment for you. You're going to see something, right? Because see, the brutal truth, most of them, or most people would never was in control of the mind itself. And we all been down that road, right? I'm just going to say that softly, not too hard. They don't believe what they think they believe. They know that, man. They were given a script just like everybody else, and they follow it. And the moment they break the script, the world falls apart. That's why they don't want to change. You see politicians, you see all these people, they got to keep that shit as it is or it was. And we all know that we're talking about ascension. We all know we're coming into all this different phase. We're in Aquarius age. We just came out the Piscean age. This is a whole different thing. Religion is shifting. You know what I'm saying? Aquarian age, what he said, go look into the house of the man carrying the water. We are now into thought and thinkers and thought leadership now, because we're in that phase. They don't want to deal with that. Yeah. Okay, so let me look at this real quick. I'm going to put it on board just so. He says, why am I not ready on his call-in nights, but ready on his non-call-in nights? That's just how it works. Shit, you know what I'm saying? If you come in peace, my people will do. He says, Roderick, you pose the questions of skeptic. How do you know what you think you know? And when you question is asked to a skeptic, when that question is asked to a skeptic, they crumble. Because I've dealt with 400 of them. If that's what you're asking me, if I know. So otherwise, I'm still missing it. but I've done more interviews, more conversations. I've been put in more position. I've been on TV where they trying to come at you. I've had all these different things, and they all seem the same stuff. And over the years, I realized there is no basis for them, but yet we try to defend our position because they're trying to make us look crazy. And then because we're still have a little bit of doubt sometimes that what we think we know and what we know. And what's so good about it is that oftentimes what we know is coming from our intuition. It's coming from our cosmos. It's coming from even the fantastic place of the mind. And so yet that we can see it within our dreams. It is hard to articulate that to a skeptic, but they'll try to pull out some paperwork and say, well, ain't nobody ever saw a UFO. So they use that stuff. But like I said, it's some other stuff. So yeah. Anyway, maybe we'll get back around it. He said, I'm deaf, not asking you, sir. Oh, okay. All right. I'm reaffirming what you said earlier. Well, see, that's why I asked, did you agree or were you accepting? And I wasn't talking directly at you. Anyway, I was just answering that with emotion from that deal. Okay, so let me continue though. And I'm gonna say this: anybody that's here and you come here, I know who you are. I know that I want the skeptics to pop in here. I want to create some clips that you're going to share, something that you can put out there to somebody, and that you then could do that. Sammy said, "Can we call in?" I don't have a call in. I have it, but I don't. And what would you say? Let me know. What is it you want to say? And if I may just gotta prepare it for you. You know what I'm saying? So what is it you want, Sammy? So listen to me. You know, we're talking about skeptics. Your entire life as a skeptic, as a critical thinker, but now you're realizing something more. You know, as I bring more things out here, you weren't thinking about it all. You're probably just, you were repeating these things. So my other question was, I just would ask them, if everything that you believe was given to you, what else have you been lied to? And see, we all know they have lied to us. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get into next, and I'm going to tell you who the real masters of the skepticism is for you. Okay? We're going to do that. No, much love to you too, Ryan, as well. Sammy, I was trying to wait and see what you wanted to talk about. We can figure it out. I got 3 stories. I'll wake them up tonight. Oh, okay. Wait, do you have a camera? Like when you come, I'll put the thing in here for some of y'all to hop up here. It's Friday, so we going along, a long time. Anybody want to come up here tonight? It'd be really good, All right, let me finish. I got about another 20 minutes, and then I want to give you guys an honor too. But listen to me, to the skeptics, you were never meant to see this. See, the reason your mind is racing right now, and maybe some of them are racing about some of the stuff, it's a reason they feel deep, unsettling shift right now, because right now, something inside of you is going to be waking you up to what I say. It's not by choice. It's not by accident. It could be about force. See, you've been told your entire life that the world is just what you see on the surface, and logical, rational system, science, politics, entertainment. It's all progress, right? That's what they tell you. Then once again, tell me, if everything is random, if nothing is planned, if there's no hidden structure to reality, then why does everything fit together so perfectly? Right? You should even know that on a basic level. You got poles can go to holes. You got all screws. You know what I'm saying? You got all kinds of stuff. Okay? And you'll figure that out by the time I hang up tonight. Y'all be like, oh, did he say that? All right. So, but overwhelming curiosity. What do that mean? What fits together is what they might be saying. And they might be like, okay, this shit is getting too real. He's playing. Oh my God, I see it. Yeah, you should have a revelation just a little bit by now. You were never supposed to notice the pattern. That's what their whole plan is. You were raised to believe in coincidence, random events, and accidents. But the deeper you look, the more you realize not a damn thing is random. I'm telling you now, nothing is random. These people got a plan for everything. Every major historical event follows the same patterns of control. Every revolution, war, cultural shift was orchestrated by the same elite bloodlines. Yeah, I'm going all the way back down to the bloodlines. Every breakthrough in science, space, and technology follow the same cycles of restriction and release. And yet, most of these skeptics never noticed that. See, we noticed that. And there's a reason. Why? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because you were trained not to see it. The program still works for you. Your education, your entertainment, your social structure, all of it was designed to keep your mind inside this little tiny box and a control and everything. You're never supposed to see the hands pulling the strings. You can't see behind the curtains with the Wizard of Oz. But the truth seekers, and just so happen, we dogs, man. We got dog love. So we the one like Toto go back and pull back the curtain. We ain't looking for no heart. We ain't looking for courage. We ain't looking for a brain. Right? No, we got all of that. We got all of that. We pull back the curtains. That's what we do, what we're doing here. And I'm just saying, right? And if it's false, then the entire structure of history is meaningless and it's all about chaos and stuff. So they do that. And of course, let them ignore it, man, because they're choosing slavery over truth. Let them do it every single time. So listen, the time to tear down their final illusion. So this is what I'm going to do. All right. So they've spent a lot of time trusting the experts. I'm talking about these skeptics and scientists and leaders who claim to tell them the truth. But now I'm going to do a little exposure here. I'm doing common sense exposure here. Explain why every major political leader is connected to the same freaking elite families. Go look that up. Why the financial system is controlled by the same bloodlines for generations. Go look that up. Explain why Hollywood, the media, global corporations all push the same approved narratives when they put these scripts and stuff out here. Oh, yeah, okay, Ryder, that's just capitalism. Yeah, nope. That's centralized power. That's the invisible empire that rules you. And it gets a little worse. It really does. Because now if it hit it home, why nearly every religious text speaks of beings from the sky long before modern UFO sightings. And I said religious fucking texts. Think about that one. Yeah. Explain why ancient civilization built advanced structures, like I said, with knowledge we still don't even fully understand. We don't understand. And they did it. They did it. It's crazy. So explain why secret societies openly display occult symbols in architecture, corporate logos, and government buildings. Why are they doing that? Oh, Roderick, that's just tradition. There's tradition. No, it's not. That's hidden power revealing itself in plain sight. That's exactly what it is. And you still don't believe me? You don't? Then I want you to explain this with it. Why did the world leaders suddenly admit UFOs are real after decades of denying it? Why all of a sudden? Yeah, we like now we already knew they were real. Now we want to know what they up to. See, the truth seekers, we like, hey, what the hell are they up to now? Why are you just still trying to go, nah, man, that can't be true. Yeah. So why did the classified documents confirm, like I said, projects of psychological warfare and energy weapons? It's coming out. Why do the whistleblowers, researchers, and truth seekers mysteriously disappear the moment they get too damn close? Answer that one for me. Oh, Roderick, that's just a conspiracy theory. That's not reality. There's no reality. And the fact that your mind is still trying to reject the information instead of analyze it proves that your programming is still alive. This is what they're going to be mad about. This is where they're going to come up. And I hope we get a lot of skeptics. I hope y'all share this and let me say some things that you probably wanted to say. You get what I'm saying? That's all I want you. I want them to know what time it is. And if they accept this, they will never see the world the same again. And once again, if they reject it, they're just deliberately choosing ignorance. And you need to know that about those people. you know, and if they ignore it, they're just betraying their own intelligence. That's exactly what they're doing. That's what they're doing, you know. So therefore, it is your moment of awakening to you, the skeptic. And let's stop playing any fucking games. You're at war, not a war of bullets, not a war of politics, a war for your consciousness. Skeptics, you at war. We know this. This is why we meditate. This is why we get off and spend some time in ground and get to know earthing. And we know this. See, y'all get me, truth seekers. You know something. You ain't crazy. Don't let them put you down. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, you can put yourself in their shoes, but don't walk in them. Don't walk in them. You know what I'm saying? Just put yourself in the shoes so you can say, but don't walk with them. Because they have two choices. They can either break free from their illusion or they can continue being a slave. That's their choice. Now, I get it. Sometimes we're tied to these people and we want to enlighten them. But when the student is ready, then the teacher will appear. You ain't the teacher for them. And if they do start coming around, then let them, give them the space. Don't say, well, man, why you wasn't listening to me? Or I told you this, or we do that. Just give them the space to grow, just like you did. Because we got love. That's what we do. And then they need to understand it. There ain't no neutral ground. Shit, you either left or right. You either wake up or you remain an NPC. Like I said, you either blind as fuck or you're going to be controlled. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no middle gray area here. That's why we got to get rid of skepticism, or either you're just going to be dumb or you're not going to worry about it. And I'm just giving them a warning because we're about to change all of that. See, if they ignore this, they're not just choosing to stay asleep. They're choosing their own extension. That's how big it is. That is a big thing right now. And of course, if they accept this, they'll be reborn. We ain't talking about religion, you know, dump you in the water. We're saying you will be reborn. Yeah, we'll give you a real reborn. You know, and if they reject it, they can choose to remain in the darkness. We can't do nothing about that. And they can ignore it and they can get left behind too. That's exactly what's going to happen. But I want you to understand the reality for you, skepticism and skeptic people, was never real. The worldview was manufactured. It always have. The belief systems were engineered. We talk about that here. And they need to know your skepticism wasn't a choice, it's a program. The illusion of freedom is the ultimate prison. Yeah. They think they're free because they can argue on the internet or some shit, right? Or in a chat, or, you know, they just do that stuff. They think they're smart because they can't repeat approved facts, you know, or because they can repeat proved facts, you know, something that they heard. Oh, I can tell you this. That's what they think. They think freedom without truth is just a longer leash. And then you can ask them. There could be a final way to ask them, a little test, you know, choose reality or oblivion. No more excuses, no more debates on it. This is the moment of truth, you know. You either wake up or you fade out of relevance. It don't matter. They're doing this. They're trying to control us. That's what it's all about when it comes down to this. And they can say, they can laugh at the truth all they want. They can mock the seekers all they want. You know, you built your identity on rejecting, you know, what you need to or to confront. They don't want to do that. They just don't. But I will say, but now, you've seen the pattern, skepticism. You've seen it. You felt the shift tonight. You heard what I said. Something touched you. You can never go back. So, like I said, if you're haters, you come here all the time. And I just want to stand up. I'm Roderick Martin, a.k.a. the Symbolizer. You know, I spoke it to you. I know you probably want to hear, but I said it now. And everything else. All right, before we will then engage into the chat here next. But now, I want y'all to make sure, all my mods, everybody, I want to make sure you with me because I'm about to give a message to everyone, all of my truth seekers, everybody who's watching. I have a message for you now. We're done with the skeptics, but I got a message for you. Let me know if y'all ready for the message for you. Duo said, I'm going to send it to everyone on your contact. That's what I'm talking about. That was the whole purpose. Let me put that up there right now, because that, I'm telling you, when I put this together, I said, I was talking to a friend. I said, this needs to go out to everyone. I need to put something together so they can have in their arsenal. Come on, give me more. Can y'all ring the bell? If y'all ready, I got a message for y'all, for us, for you. Let me know. Let me get a couple more. We got 127 people in here. Can we get 30 folks? 29? I got a message for y'all, for us. Yes, I do. Okay. I have a message. Oh, let me get some water. All right. Y'all ready? Finally, I get the readies. I get the readies. Okay. All right. So I have a message for y'all, and this is from the heart. Okay. This is the anthem for the truth seekers, for you all. To those who always question, that's who you are. Okay. And let me access my thing here, but I want you to know they call you crazy. They call you paranoid. They call you a conspiracy theorist. Well, what do they call you now? Because you're right. See, you're right. When they start talking about UFOs, you're right. They confirmed your everything. They said you are overthinker, but now everything you predicted is happening. What do they say now? See, they said you were delusional, but now the truth is being revealed in broad daylight. What do they say about you now? They say trust the expert, but now the experts are admitting that they lied. And you never needed validation. You never needed approval, because deep down you always knew you are not crazy. You're ahead of your time. That's the problem for them. You're not paranoid. You are perspective. You're not alone. You are a part of an unstoppable force. See, the weak follow. The luminous, where we are today, lead. And you are always meant to lead. That's the problem. See, they can either lead, follow, or get out of the fucking way. And to those who saw the patterns before others, how did you know? Was it a feeling? Was it a vision? A whisper in the back of your mind that never left you? Wherever it was, you saw the world differently. You saw the cracks in the matrix, in the illusions. And while they laughed, you connected the fucking dots. While they obeyed, you questioned. While they followed, you led. And now the world is catching up to you. You're not a mistake, truth seekers. You're not lost, as they would say. You are exactly who you were meant to be. I know this. I'm telling you this, right? I want you to, and you know it anyway, but this is your confirmation too. See, and the war has only just begun, because it is a war, because they're out the consciousness. That we got to fight for that one. See, to the gifted, you, the doubted, the ones that are ridiculed. Have you ever felt different? Well, okay. Like you don't fully belong here. How many of you done that? Like you see things that others don't. That wasn't your fucking imagination. That wasn't no flaw. It was not a flaw. That was your awakening. You were never meant to fit into this world. That's why some of you believe you don't belong here. You weren't meant to see. You were meant to see beyond this abstract stuff. And the more that they mocked you, the more they doubted you, the more that they fought you, the more they revealed their own fucking blindness, and they think you were crazy. You are not meant to be understood by them. That's what I really want you to know from the heart. You're meant to be feared by them, because a mind that cannot be controlled is the most fucking dangerous weapon on the fucking planet. I want you to know that. And you are that weapon. That's why you go to that website. I got that shirt that says weapon. See, I put this stuff out there. And to you truth seekers, or the thinkers, the luminaries, the ones who cannot be stopped, you are not just a person. Some of you know that. You're a force. You are the awakening of the age that cannot be silenced. Welcome to the Aquarian age. You're not the mind that they can never program, the spirit that never break, the flame that they could not extinguish. So get with somebody who's gonna light your fucking fire to get bigger. Don't let them put that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them. You're not the next phase. You are the phase of human consciousness. You're the next phase. You're the architect of the new reality. You are luminous. The world doesn't change when, but I will say this. The world don't change when the weak people wake up. It changes when the strong decides that it's time, and now it is time. I want you to know this. This is not by happenstance. I want to say all hail to the luminous minds. History will remember us. I was telling somebody today, when I leave here, I don't want the fucking y'all forget me. I was telling a friend today, I said, I want to be remembered. I got to do stuff to be remembered. I want you to stop. You may not even go to work that day. I don't want, at least spend 2 minutes. Stop doing something. What happened to Roderick? Well, just stop. I will be remembered, and so will you, because we're going to put things in place 100%. That's my message. Now we can get into whatever we want, Freaky Friday.